Everyone, we are standing at a really unique moment in history. I mean, truly one of a kind. After millions of years of just being, humanity suddenly arrived at this massive fork in the road. It's a single choice, really, that's going to define everything that comes next. So, let's break down what that choice actually is.
Let's start with the feeling I bet we've all had. The sense that the world is just accelerating, right? That the pace of change is getting faster and faster. Well, it is not just in your head. It's real. The data shows our technological and social evolution is hitting a truly exponential curve.
You see, our progress isn't some straight, steady line. It's more like a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger and faster as it goes. Every new development builds on all the ones that came before it, and that's why the time between these huge, world-changing leaps is just collapsing. We're talking from thousands of years to centuries, and now to just a matter of months.
So here's the key idea. This isn't just about us getting better at doing the things we already do. No, the entire structure of our civilization is basically going through a metamorphosis. The old systems, our economies, our politics, our social structures, they just weren't built for this kind of speed and complexity. Frankly, they're starting to break.
So, what's the result of this incredible acceleration? Well, our intellectual evolution has handed us a set of abilities that, to our ancestors would seem like straight-up magic, like the powers of gods.
First up, there's our own internal software, our minds. We've become masters of abstract thought. This lets us understand these unbelievably complex systems, from quantum physics all the way to global markets. We see patterns and solve problems in ways no other species on Earth even comes close to. And then there's the hardware we've built. I mean, think about it. We can literally reshape our planet's environment. We can talk to anyone, anywhere, in an instant. And now, with things like AI, we have access to a practically infinite ocean of information at our fingertips.
And on top of all that, we've built these incredibly complex social operating systems. We've got global networks for government, for economics, for culture. All of this allows us to organize and work together on a planetary scale. It's created the potential for genuine collective intelligence.
This quote really just nails it. It captures the feedback loop that's at the very heart of our evolution. Our tools don't just, make us stronger or faster. They actually rewire our brains. They expand our consciousness itself, and that's what paves the way for the next big leap.
But, and this is a huge but, all of this power brings us face to face with the central conflict of our time. It's this dangerous and honestly widening gap between what we are capable of doing and, well, who we are.
I mean, just look at this comparison. It's pretty jarring, isn't it? On one side, we have these planet-spanning technologies, but we're often running them with the ancient, tribal software of our ancestors. We can edit the very code of life, but we struggle to think beyond the next fiscal quarter or the next election. This is the awareness gap. We're wielding godlike power with a consciousness that just hasn't caught up yet.
And this isn't just some abstract philosophical problem. The source material is really clear on this. This gap, this is the root cause of our biggest, scariest crises. Climate change, massive inequality, political polarization, they're all just symptoms of the same core problem. Our power has massively outpaced our wisdom.
Okay, so if that's the problem, what on earth is the solution? Well, the sources actually lay out a really clear two-part path forward, and it's all based on a new kind of freedom, a new kind of liberation.
It all starts with this simple, but really provocative idea. Once knowledge is created, an idea can be copied and shared forever at almost zero cost. The scarcity we see around information, it's totally artificial.
And that leads to the first pillar of the solution, knowledge liberation. The argument here is that things like paywalls and restrictive copyrights that lock away our collective human knowledge, they're actually holding back our evolution as a species. To solve global problems, we need our entire global intelligence to be online. And that means everyone needs access to information. Which is a fair question, right? Because the internet gave us access to more information than any generation in history, but it didn't automatically make us all enlightened. So what gives? Well, that brings us to the second, absolutely crucial part of the solution.
You see, information without the wisdom to process it just creates more noise, more confusion, more division. So the consciousness requirement is this call for a complete revolution in education. It means we have to stop focusing on what to think and start focusing completely on how to think, cultivating real skills like critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and seeing the whole system, not just the parts.
So here it is. This is the simple, powerful equation for our future. You take free and open access to all knowledge, and you combine it with a population that's been educated to use that knowledge wisely. The sources argue that this is the ultimate liberation that humanity has been working towards all along.
And this is where it all comes to a head. This isn't some problem for our grandkids to figure out. The acceleration is happening right now. Our systems are at their breaking point right now. The choice is now.
These are the two paths laid out right in front of us. On the left, we can just keep doing what we're doing, reacting to one crisis after another, trying to patch up systems that are dying, and honestly risking total collapse. Or, on the right, we can make a conscious choice to evolve, to use our incredible power and awareness to proactively build a future where humanity can truly flourish.
And here's maybe the most critical takeaway of all. This huge, species-defining choice, it's not going to be made in some future summit by a handful of world leaders. It's being made right now, continuously, by the sum total of billions of little choices that all of us are making, every single day.
This really puts our unique spot in history into perspective, doesn't it? We are the first generation to have a clear, scientific picture of how our planet works, how our own minds work, and what the stakes really are. We have the data. We can't pretend we don't know.
So, at the end of the day, it all comes down to this. This is not some abstract discussion about the future of humanity. This is a direct, personal challenge. In the midst of this great transformation, who will you choose to be?